Hey, everybody. Welcome on in. I'm Jessica Putnam-Phillips, and we have a special ClayShare broadcast tonight for you with Kevin Kowalski. Now, many of you know that Kevin's going to be doing an upcoming workshop with us. He's going to teach you how to make your very own butter dish and salt and pepper set. And tonight, he's going to come answer your questions about the workshop or anything that you have questions about his work in general. And he's also going to share his recipe for shrimp scampi. So if you've not eaten dinner yet, you have a treat in store for you, because after this you're going to want some shrimp scampi. So, hey Kevin, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks so much for doing this. This is a really fun way to advertise for the workshop. And again, like I said, I'm already cooking dinner, so what better way to do this than to just do it over a meal. So the salt and pepper shaker and the butter dish. I was thinking about this. What item in your kitchen do you use the most besides your microwave? Probably your salt and pepper and your butter, right? That's kind of always a go-to item that you use, especially with me having kids. I put salt and butter on pretty much everything that the kids eat. That's how they like it. So I'm going to be making them to pasta along with my wife and I. Things that are handmade, everything always tastes better when it's handmade. So, salt coming out of your own handmade salt shaker definitely tastes better. I think so.
Definitely. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree completely with you. So I'm excited. So if you guys have questions about Kevin's upcoming workshop or anything that Kevin does, Kevin already has done a workshop with us for his mocha diffusion, which was a few months ago. And that was a huge workshop. It was very successful. And he did a great job sharing that technique. It's a multi-part workshop. Now, this one, you're not going to go over mocha diffusion in this one, is it? It's just about the forms, correct?
Just the forms themselves, and then if people want to learn about the mocha diffusion, then obviously they can take the other workshop.
Yeah, I highly suggest it.
Yeah, so here's my butter dish. This one actually is a collaboration with Tim Kowalski and I. When he came out a couple of years back, he did a workshop at my high school and left some of his slabs. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to make a butter dish. And the funny thing about Tim is he does not use a butter dish. He uses a plastic tub for his butter. And he always gets on me about, what do you need a butter dish for? You just use your, just a plastic tub's fine. And so I made this. And I was going to sell it. I sold some other things that we made. But this one, I was like, I'm keeping it because Tim Kowalski doesn't have a butter dish out there. This is the only one with his, additive or element to it. So I'm trying to get this pasta in here. That's probably be the longest.
We have a question. Are you going to have a PDF of your method? Do you mean the PDF of the shrimp scampi he's making right now, or a PDF of his workshop that he's going to teach how to make the butter dish and the salt and pepper set? So we'll have tools and materials, for you as a list and everything. But are you going to break it down into a PDF, the step-by-step how to make, or is it just going to be visual? Got to come watch and see and learn.
Exactly. So the thing about the workshop, series or way that we do a workshop is that I'll show you step-by-step in the whole workshop. And if it's something that you want to come back to, then you always have access to it through ClayShare, which is a really nice benefit. Some other platforms don't allow you to watch it more than 30 or 60 days or 90 days. So it's great that ClayShare gives you access to it.
Yeah, you get it forever with us. You get the workshop and you can watch the live component when it happens. If you can't make that, that's okay, because you get unlimited access to the replays forever. So even if you are not a premium member, and I've had a lot of questions lately about that, do you need to be a premium member of clayshare.com to get the workshop? You do not. It's just premium members do save 20% off. So and sometimes it can actually be worth it to be a premium member, because your membership is almost free once you get that discount with a workshop. So, yeah. And are you going to have templates for your hand-built pieces in the workshop?
I don't do templates. If you when you do the workshop, you'll realize that I'm pretty kind of figure it out as I go. Now, obviously, I've done it multiple times and I figured it out. I'll give you dimensions, but I don't have templates. That's something that I kind of stay away from. So the whole idea with the way that I teach is I give you kind of general ideas and I show you the process, and I hope that you can kind of use my steps and methods and make it your own. Kind of like this dish that I'm going to cook, right? Shrimp scampi.
Yeah.
This is a really simple dish because there's a few tasty ingredients. So butter, salt, a ton of garlic, parsley, flat leaf parsley, and then I really like capers at the very end.
Oh yeah.
And also some fresh lemon juice, and then obviously shrimp. So same thing. The way that it's funny, the way that I cook is the way that I do pottery. I kind of think about what I have to make, and then I just go out there and make it in the studio, and I don't really have a prescribed way of doing it every single way. I like to be a little bit more loose with the outcome, and sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it doesn't always work out, but I think we can all learn from those mistakes, right?
Exactly.
All right, so I'm actually going to get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put a ton of butter and oil in a hot pan, and making sure that the noodles are good. So butter dish. I'm always looking for my butter dish. It's in the same spot. I use about 3 tablespoons of butter, and then I also use olive oil. So there's like a nice flavor difference. And I don't use salted butter. I like adding salt to my butter or adding salt to my dishes. So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons, and then some oil, and then a large amount of olive oil, which actually I keep in this ceramic container. It's actually a beer container. It's ceramic. And when I first got married, my wife, actually when we first started dating, my wife gave this to me. There's 2 of them. So there's like a brown and a lighter version. She gave them to me, and I've been using them ever since. And so they're kind of a nice ceramic container. They're beer containers, but I don't know, 8 to 10 cloves of garlic. So a ton of garlic, and we're gonna throw it in there until it starts to get aromatic, and you smell the garlic. And that doesn't take too long. And then once that's done, I'm just gonna throw just under 2 pounds of shrimp into the dish. And then that kind of stops the cooking of the garlic. You don't want to, overcook garlic, but when you put shrimp in there, it's going to stop cooking, or it's going to kind of keep the garlic from burning. And then you just want to stir it around until everything kind of gets pink. Any other questions about the workshop there?
We have questions. People are looking forward to you explaining how you keep the glaze from filling up the holes in the salt and pepper shaker.
Ah, yes. I have to come up with something. I was joking.
Other than what you've already done.
I don't put glaze on most of my work, but I do have a few tricks. I'm gonna give you some tricks that will help you keep your salt and pepper shaker holes from plugging up there. I think that really the trick is don't use a runny glaze, but we'll get more into it
during the workshop. And actually, I just want to remind everybody, the workshop is July 31st. So it's coming up. We have a week and a half, a little more than a week and a half till the workshop happens. And that's going to be a Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. because it's a 3-hour workshop. So it's a big one. And there was questions about, are you going to use white wine in your shrimp scampi?
I don't actually flavor it with white wine. You can definitely, white wine is a good additive. but I am not going to be adding any white wine. Just let the butter, the salt, and the garlic do all the work. So I'm testing the noodles there. All right, pretty much done. You don't want to overcook these, so I'm going to throw the capers in, and then just heat those up, and then some fresh lemon on top. Oh my gosh, one thing I didn't do was salt it.
Oh no.
So you can see that it flows pretty nicely out of this single hole that I've drilled, and we'll again talk about how to do that. All right, the last thing you want to do is throw some fresh parsley on the top there, and then I'm going to put it into a bowl, which I need to clean out. Sorry, and then serve it kind of just in this nice bowl. So I'm going to do pasta with this, but you can use bread. Bread's a good thing to eat with this meal. But I like using ceramic dishes, right? So this is my friend Andrew Linderman. He made this amazing wood-fired bowl here, and so now you guys can see. Voila, beautiful shrimp scampi. So there's a ton of butter.
Oh yeah. I just ate, but I would eat again if that was at my house right now.
Yeah, I guess I didn't time this very well. I thought the pasta was going to cook a little bit faster, but we got right into it. So I was hoping that the pasta would be ready. I think it might be ready. We're just going to go for it. And then I'm just going to plate it and then eat dinner with my family.
Awesome. So I just want to, a few things out there now. You are going to show everybody how to wheel throw this butter dish and salt and pepper sets, but you're also going to have hand building components. So folks out there who don't wheel throw would get a lot out of this workshop as well. So it's not just limited to wheel throwers, correct?
Correct. So that's why it is kind of that extra maybe hour for the workshop, so that we can get both into the workshop. So I'm gonna show you the hand building and the wheel throwing. I prefer wheel throwing, so that's why I do wheel throwing, and I like the idea of throwing and altering. So I'm going to show you how to throw and alter the work, and then also do the hand building. So it's mostly hand building. If you look at this, it's an oval form, and then I kind of put a top and a bottom on it, and then I cut it apart, and then I put sides on it. So there's most of it is slab work and hand building, but I like the idea of throwing and hand building as well. So also this bottom tray, this one was actually thrown. So an oval flat dish like this can be thrown, and I'll give you some tips on doing that.
I'm so excited. I hand build a lot now. I do wheel throw. Well, I haven't wheel thrown since before surgery, but I'm hoping to do so before your workshop so that I can wheel throw some too. And, I love the fact that this is almost a 2-in-1. You're going to get a wheel thrown version, but also for hand builders out there, you're going to get a version 2. So don't think that you can't make the butter dish and the salt and pepper shaker set if you want to. That's the fabulous part of this. I love it.
Yeah, and I also want to make sure that anything that I teach, I want to make sure that it's accessible to everyone. So those who do, but maybe you do have a wheel and you're like, I don't really want to throw, but it's so simple. It's such a simple form to make. You just need to know a little bit of math, or use the math that I'm going to give you, and then you can kind of solve the easy problem once you get there.
And what would you say as far as skill level? Could beginners do this class? Take this workshop and get.
I hope that anywhere from a beginner to an advanced student would learn something from the workshop. I know I watch people do demos, and I learn as kind of a professional potter and artist. I always learn something new from any workshop or any demo that I watch. So definitely any level can attempt this, and it's hand building. So I feel like there's not anything too intricate about this that is going to make it too difficult for hand builders. It's just everything is learning and patience. So
Yeah, and I think this is going to be so great. So everybody is saying they're really excited. They love seeing your demo at ClayCon West, and that you did a few years ago when we were there together. And someone saying, need French bread for your sauce. Yes, French bread.
yeah, right. Fresh bread. I didn't. We didn't get any fresh bread, but the pasta I think is a good alternative. It's the carbs that we need, right? So I'm going to plate this with my wife.
Yeah, you're going to go eat with your family. So if anybody has any questions for Kevin before we go, I don't want to keep him from his dinner with his family, but I love that he took the time this evening to come on with us and to do this little Q&A session, just to let people know what they're going to get from the workshop and to find out a little bit more about it. I think some people might be hesitating to sign up because they think it might be too advanced for them, or they don't throw, or they, don't know if they can do these altered forms, but he's going to walk you through it. I can guarantee you're going to leave this workshop knowing how to make a butter dish and a salt and pepper set.
Yes. So, and even if you don't make it right away, you'll have the workshop for you later. So
yeah. And so we have a quick question about the butter dish. Are you using a standard sized butter dish, or do you find it doesn't matter? You just stick your butter in it.
Okay. So I've been selling butter dishes, and I sold one, and I got a comment back, and it said, it doesn't fit my stick of butter. And I was like, what do you mean it doesn't fit your stick of butter? Like this is the standard size butter, right? And then I realized, oh my gosh, there's different size butters. So because I'm here on the West Coast, we don't get a ton of the long sticks.
Yeah, we have the long ones on the East Coast. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it dawned on me. I was like, okay, well now I need to make them longer. But then I thought about it. Just if it doesn't fit, just cut the butter. It's not that big of a deal. But hey.
Yeah, no. And I use the big, like 1 pound. I make the giant like box for butter because we get that big like Kerrygold Irish butter and stuff that we use. So
and then you just cut it and you put it and you make it fit, right?
And it fits. Yeah, you always make stuff fit. It works. But this is good. And I think that anybody who's taking this workshop, and if the butter dish that you show isn't the exact size they want, they're going to be able to take what they learn in this workshop and adjust it and make it the size they need. Like they can make the adjustments to size it up or size it down if they need to.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's the important thing. So the size of the butter dish, the style, even a salt and pepper shaker, you can have a very large salt and pepper shaker. It's then you don't have to refill it as much. And the thing about the shaker set is that you don't have to use it for salt and pepper.
Exactly. You do not.
You can use it for crushed pepper. You just make the holes a little bit larger.
Cinnamon, sugar.
Sugar, cinnamon,
sprinkles.
All that stuff. Yes.
I have tons of things I'd keep in it. So, all right. Well, I don't want to keep you, but do you have any last thing you want to say?
Oh yeah. So we'll talk about the stopper on the bottom, and then the size of the hole. I mean, all those little elements I've worked out on my own, and I'm not gonna. I guess I've worked it out for myself, but we will try our best to answer all the questions out there for those of you who will be in the workshop that might have a different question that I might not have worked out, and we can work it out together as well. So
that's the great thing about the workshop is the live component. When you're watching, if you have questions for Kevin, he's going to be able to ask them. He's going to be able to answer your questions live right then and there. So if you are struggling with something or think something might be an issue for you, he can take care of that right there during the workshop. And of course, all those questions are there for the replay, and you can ask questions after the workshop's happened, and you can email or reach out to Kevin and ask him questions too, so he can help you even afterwards. So it's not like it's done, too bad, you can't ask me questions. It continues on.
Yes. Well, I hope you guys
So
sign
great.
up, and I'm excited to share everything I know about the salt and pepper shaker and the butter dish.
Well, we're excited to have you come teach this workshop with us. And thank you so much for sharing your recipe for shrimp scampi. I hope you and your family enjoy it and have a wonderful evening. So bye,
Thank you.
Kevin.
All right. We'll see you next time.
See you later. All right, everybody. So there you have it, some Q&A with Kevin about his upcoming butter dish and salt and pepper set workshop. Yes, if you're a wheel thrower, this is perfect for you. Yes, if you're a hand builder, it'll work for you as well. Going to talk about glazing issues with the holes and talk about the stopper, talk about the size of the butter dish, lots of things going on there. So it's going to be good for anybody, any skill level, no matter where you are in your pottery journey. So come hang out with us. It'll be 3 hours on July 31st. It starts at 1 p.m. Eastern. Premium members always save 20% off on all of our workshops. And you do get the workshop forever, so you have nothing to lose. If you decide you're not ready to sign up, okay, don't sign up. Wait, and who knows, maybe a week after it happens, you're going to see all these fabulous rave reviews and all the things that people are making. You're going to be like, I missed it. And then I'm going to say, no, 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 you didn't miss it. You might have missed the live, but you can always sign up and still be a part of the workshop. So go check it out. It's on clayshare.com. If you haven't downloaded the Clayshare app yet, do that. That's the best way to watch. You can also download Clayshare to your Roku, to your Amazon Fire Stick, and to your Apple TV, so you can watch it there. Really, we are everywhere. All right, everyone, have a wonderful evening. I will see everybody tomorrow for Clayshare Live. We are going to be doing a glazing tutorial with texture with all the GR pottery forms we've been making, and we're also going to be giving away a set of GR pottery forms, so actually giving away 3 sets of GR pottery forms. And then in prime time, we're making a little espresso set, so a demi-tasse cup and saucer set. So that'll be tomorrow night. I'll see you all back here at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, get out there and make some great pots. Bye, everybody.